Hey, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I wanted to take a few minutes to go through Blackboard and kind of show you what our course looks like. So, if you come over here, this is our announcements page. All right. That announcements page will show you any sort of announcements that I have sent out to you. Now, keep in mind that the announcements will be here, but they're also going to be forwarded to your email as well. So, if you feel like you've missed something, or you need to find out information from an announcement, you can either check your email or check this announcements page. All right, so we have this homepage up here. I don't do much with the homepage. It shows some assignments that are upcoming and things like that, but I find that it can be a little bit misleading sometimes, so I just ignore it. Okay, the big thing that I do is I hang out in lessons. All right, but before we go there, let's check out Start Here, because it only makes sense, right? All right, so we have our syllabus. Now, in this, you'll see that there is course competencies, academic affairs policies, and instructor policy here. Now, these instructor policies are specific to my class, so please make sure that you take a look through and that you understand my expectations from you. This is a contract between you and I. I will follow it. You will follow it. We're all going to get along great. All right, so that is what's happening in the syllabus. Let's head back to here. Now, we have this welcome quiz. Okay, this welcome quiz, you should have seen information about it in your announcement. It's due on the 16th. That's this coming Saturday. It's due by 11:59 p.m., which, note, all of our assignments are due by 11:59 p.m., so it makes it nice and easy. But make sure that you complete this welcome quiz by Saturday at 11:59 so you're not dropped from the course. That would be awful. I don't want to see that, especially if it was unintentional. Right, so make sure you take this welcome quiz. All right, so we have this textbook, Writing the Nation. There's some great short stories and poems and things in there. You don't necessarily need to go into it because I take out extracts and I will give them to you, okay? And that'll be in the lessons folder again. All right, here's some other general information on here. And then down here, we've actually got our textbook. Okay, sources, citing, and formatting. Now let's take a look in this lessons folder. You can see that it's broken down into 5 sections with spring break in the middle there. Now, this first section, let's take a look at that so you can see what our course kind of outline looks like. All right, so we've got, boom, we're now in this colonization to the establishment of the United States. Now, I tend to do time ranges instead of literary periods in this class like some other teachers do, because with literary periods, there's some overlap and things like that, and it's really helpful to know what literary period you're working in, but you don't necessarily need to know, right? You can see the patterns yourself, and you can make those connections for yourself. All right, so you can see we've got week 1. Boom, this is the stuff you need to do for week 1, right? You need to watch the Introduction to Your American Literature class video. You need to watch this video, How to Use Our Blackboard course, forthcoming because I'm recording it right in this moment, because the last one that I did last semester was awful, so you're welcome. How to use our formatting textbook, right? That is also right over here, right? Sources, citing, and formatting. It's the same thing that was up in Start Here. I'm a big fan of posting things in multiple places so that if you have a hard time finding the information, boom, there we go. It's linked again, right where you need it. All right. You'll also see View Research Paper Overview video. Okay, that's going to be recorded today as well. Annotated Bibliography Overview video. Boom, it's going to be right there. And then you see these other things that I'm asking you to look at and then review this section in the textbook. Now, down here, you'll see assignments. Okay, this is a nice, easy way for you to see when they're due each week. Barring a few weeks where we have major assignments due, you'll have a discussion board post. Now, you post yourself once, okay, for your own content. And then you have to respond to your peers' posts. The initial posts are always going to be due on Wednesday. Response posts always due on Sunday, unless there's some sort of holiday that makes us have to shift things around. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, how do we access these assignments? Well, we have to go into this folder, right? Week 1 assignments. Boom. Now you see your discussion board and you see the assignment that is due, right? Choose your primary source text. And you'll see that they also contain the deadline dates. So there should be no confusion here. All right, so let's pop back here. You'll see the same thing for week 2. Watch the week 2 class video because we will meet each week. You can see a link up here in this class session area. Now it says TBA next to it because I'm sending out a survey to ask you guys when you feel would be most beneficial to have class, right? When is it that you would most likely be able to attend? Because class without students is no class, right? So I want to try to get the most of you to, engage and be present for our class sessions. For each of these assignments, I'm going to be recording videos. Now, I will say that my videos last term were kind of awful. That's why most of them are still forthcoming, but I am very, very quickly churning out material so that way you can see them as soon as possible. These videos will show you how to think about these assignments, what kind of expectations that I have. All right, and then you can also see samples and things like that. A couple of sections to review in the textbook to make sure that you understand these concepts that you're using. Even if you think you understand them, it might be good to just skim through really fast. The textbook gets to the heart of things that students struggle with. So definitely take a peek, even if you feel like you totally know and understand how to do these things. And then, boom, again, we have assignments, right? You've got your discussion board, and then I'm asking you to read your chosen novel. We've got a lot of content in this class, and, it might seem like a lot, and it is, but this is an upper level English class. So we're expecting, really engagement is essentially what it is, right? I want you to be reading and practicing throughout. Okay, now I will say that our readings here are going to be a bit long, right? You generally got about 50 to 60 pages each class period, like each week, right? So make sure that you budget your time accordingly. Maybe view this journal of Christopher Columbus on, one day, the next day read Cabeza de Vaca's journal, the next day read the information about the Lenape tribe, so budget your time accordingly. I know it's a lot of work, but I know you're up for it. All right, so we've got that. Then we move down here, right? We've got the class and office hours section. This is where you will log into our class session, like I talked about before, as soon as we set it. And then we have office hours. Now, office hours are a time when you can come in and ask me anything. We can even just have a conversation if you want to. So it's up to you. You come in, bring anything you want me to look at. I have it set so that you can post things to me through office hours. I can take a look at them. I can comment on them, type some things out. I can even record our conversation and then send it to you afterward. So it really is a helpful tool, and I'm happy to help you however I need. So if it's during office hours, awesome. If you need help outside office hours, send me an email. We'll set up a time, and I will send you a link to a meeting. All right, so then we have our textbook down here so you can access it, our novel source list, and then sample document. The next video that I'm going to be posting, which is information about the overarching project and the different parts. Okay, so definitely, watch this space and you will see that information. All right, so thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Do great things, and I will see you next time.